Hello everybody, my name is Jack Pittman and I'm here to teach you about my 5 favorite settings for the Valheim Plus mod. Valheim is a game with a lot of inventory management. You got an inventory here, you got a menu of all the stuff you can build here, you got chests that you can use, you got workbenches with a menu, you also got, a forge with a menu. There's a lot of inventory and looking at stuff, getting stuff in the wrong place, and it can get quite frustrating at times. So there's a series of changes that I've made using Valheim Plus to minimize these frustrations. One of them is increased storage space in general. So you can see that the inventory here is bigger than it is normally, and there is more character weight. And when you get the belt, that also will give an increased bonus. I found that increasing the stack sizes also helps minimize the amount of inventory screen time that you spend, so you can spend more time adventuring and building stuff, which is really what the really best part of this game is. My favorite Valheim Plus setting is the use of first person. So by clicking the default F10 hotkey, your first person view will pop up. Now, sometimes this is a little bit buggy. After you die, you're gonna have to do it again because your character's head's gonna disappear, as you can see. But once you die, the head comes back and you clip inside of it. So aside from that, it works pretty well. You can actually go into your settings, as you see here, and you can edit the field of view for first-person mode. I personally like having a wider field of view and find that using first-person mode allows me to get more immersed into a game that I'm playing. One of my favorite settings that Valheim Plus enables you to customize is your exploration radius. As Valheim is, the exploration radius is quite small, and the map is incredibly large. What you're going to find is that over time playing, you have a very wormy looking map, and you'll often think that you've come across a very large area that you're looking for, such as a mountain or a plains. But in reality, when you go back later, after all of your preparation, effort, time, and attention, you find out it's just a tiny little strip of land, and you prepared in the totally wrong place. But by increasing the exploration radius, you can actually make your map reveal about as much as your character can actually see. So I can see off into that distance, right? And you can see, I can just barely see that little island there. And what this means is that when you are exploring new islands and navigating this diverse, huge world, your map is going to look a lot friendlier, and you're not going to miss things as often as you would before. My next favorite feature is the automatic crafting from chest. This is brilliant. It means that you can put a crafting bench near a couple chests, and you can craft anything that is in the chests. You don't have to carry around and remember what to put in your inventory and look for crap over and over and over again. You can just make a few dedicated named areas, dump all your stuff in them, and be able to make almost anything you want as long as you have the stuff that you need in a relatively close proximity. I think this is one of the best quality of life features that Valheim Plus has to offer, because it allows you to focus more on crafting and the fun part instead of the nitty-gritty, boring, tedious stuff. My next favorite feature is automatic repair. This is incredibly great because when I was doing my original Valheim playthrough, I just found that there were times where I would forget, and then I'd go to do some prep, and then I'd go all the way back to combat, and then all my shit would be broke, and it was just frustrating. Whereas now, I don't have to rely on my Feasly memory to click this repair button. It just automatically does it for you. And what you're going to find in a Valheim playthrough is that the less clicking, the better. Valheim can have a lot of clicking, and reducing it is going to make your life more enjoyable. Now that you understand the kinds of things that you can edit on your Valheim Plus server, I'm going to show you where you would open the configuration file to edit these settings that I've been showing you. This only applies to Valheim Plus that is hosted through Zap game servers. If you're interested in setting one up yourself, check out the link in my description and you'll get 20% off. First, you're going to click on your game server from the Zap main page. Now, you're going to scroll down and you're going to click on the Configs section here. Once you get to Configs, you're going to have access to a couple different files. I got to scroll all the way down here, and you can see there's admin list, band list, permitted list, a backup, and your config. You want this config file. You click edit here, and boom, all of the settings. If you click in the link in my description, you can get 20% off of any Zap server hosting if you are interested in setting up your own Valheim Plus server. You can also check out my tutorial showing you exactly how to, and my long in-depth video showing all of my favorite settings instead of just these 5. Alright, let's get to it and hope you enjoy the most out of your Valheim experience.